requirement with respect to accommodation for football staff and students. And we are taking that challenge by looking at the remaining little land that we have and now allowing BOT accommodation facilities to be developed. We already have in plan up to about 10,000 bed spaces, additional bed spaces to be provided for students through BOT arrangements. And the little space left at the staff quarters area, allocated for staff quarters in this university, is now going to be given for a BOT developer to ensure that we can have single 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom apartments for staff also over BOT arrangement, because we are not allowed to utilize our resources to build accommodation or build hostels by virtue of the policy of government. So these are part of the welfare things that we have to really put in place for both our staff and students to ensure that at least we can have good living and be close to their place of work and to ensure that things move on steadily. So that's the kind of plan that we have. We are also going to change the face of the university, as I mentioned. We are already refurbishing, we're trying to refurbish all the lecture rooms and lecturing facilities, including laboratories and all that, to ensure that we have standard classrooms with air conditioning, with ICT facilities, so that at least it will be a global standard that we shall create for the University of Lagos in an attempt to move up. That will be done in the next few months. We already have funds and support for that from TED Fund. We are going to build a new library very soon. It's 15th-floor library building is proposed, and that will commence anytime from now. We have support, from CBN. They are already putting up a facility for both an academic and a hostel facility to run concurrently, to give us facilities that will be international and standard for seminars and workshops, which will be a high point for the University of Lagos. So there are many other things that are coming in. And what we'll do is to push the new look of University of Lagos into a way that it will become a full urban university.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Ayo Ogetapo, representing Unilag TV Online. Can you please tell me your name, please?
I'm Dr. Rontola Sunday.
Is it okay I call you Dr. Sunday?
It's okay.
All right. Dr. Sunday, what is your take on the 50th anniversary going on in Unilag? What do you have to say about it?
The 50th anniversary going on in Unilag is worth celebrating. For anybody that is 50 years old should be able to thank the Almighty God. And for Unilag that has made several achievements over the past 50 years, we have every cause to thank the Almighty God. So the anniversary is worth celebrating.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sunday. So Dr. Sunday has told us that Unilag has made several achievements, and because of that, we have to thank God. Thank you so much for listening to me, Ayo Ogetapo.
Good afternoon. My name is Stella Maris from Unilag TV Online. Please, may I know your name?
My name is Ije Wanyego, 500 level part-time student of Mass Communication Department.
Okay, thank you. We've been hearing about Unilag at 50, Unilag is celebrating her 50th year anniversary. What's your take on it? What has your experiences been in University of Lagos for the past 5 years?
Well, I would say Unilag has a standard and excellence, especially in Mass Com department. It's been in Mass Com department, I will talk because I'm a Mass Com student. Lecturers are willing to teach. There is a level of excellence, but however, personally, I think the standard is beginning to drop. If you compare, say, 10 or 20 years back, the graduates we have, people in other spheres doing well, our like mentors and all that, their standard is higher than the students we are right now. I think the younger generation need to put in more efforts to continue the excellence that Unilag has started with. However, there's still room for improvement, and I just hope we, the present generation, will be able to meet up to that and exceed it at 50 and beyond.
Well, you have said it all. My name is Professor Ralph Akinfele. I'm the immediate chairman and head of the Department of Mass Communication, University of Lagos. I'm currently the chairman of Radio Unilag 103.1 FM, the first campus radio station in Nigeria. And also currently I'm also the chair of the Golden Jubilee Anniversary Convocation Ceremony for the University of Lagos, which will take place between February 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 2013. We are seriously working on the program. The Vice Chancellor has just given a World Press Conference on Monday, January 28, and it was covered that kick-started the whole program. And we expect to have a special program this year because it's our Golden Jubilee anniversary. That is to say, University of Lagos is celebrating 50th year of existence. And also, we have mapped out some activities for the celebration as far as we are concerned in the Department of Mass Communication and also for Radio Unilag. The Radio Unilag, under my chairmanship, and also Department of Mass Communication, we are bringing the former ambassador of the United States to Nigeria, Ambassador Walter Carrington, to the department on 14th of February, and he's going to talk about youth empowerment, and it's going to be at Afe Babalola Auditorium. And this is part of our contribution, that is contribution of Radio Unilag 103.1 FM and Department of Mass Communication.
Yeah, 50 years is quite, a period, to be reckoned with in the life of the university. And I will say this, that the University of Lagos has developed astronomically right from the inception. And I would describe it as being contemporaneous, with developments worldwide. At least, globally, when you look at what obtains, in developed nations, institutions within developed countries, and here, we may not manifest many of these developmental traits, but you will see evidence that at least University of Lagos is making efforts, at being contemporaneous. Regarding the library, I would say that the library, University of Lagos Library, has witnessed serious and evidential developments. These are things you can say. To those who were here at the inception, then the library practice will focus more on what I will refer to as traditional media. But now things have evolved to ensuring that at least we provide services comparable with any other university libraries in developed nations.
I'm Mary Scott from Unilag TV Online. What's your name?
Abosede Omori, final year student of Mass Comm Department, University of Lagos.
Okay, Abosede Omori, I'm sure you are aware or you're conscious of the hype or the news going on around about Unilag at 50 and the celebration Unilag at 50. What's your take as a final year student? What's your take on Unilag at 50 celebrations?
Well, I must mention that Unilag has achieved a lot. At 50, we are blazing the trail, and thank God now we are the first in Nigeria, and we believe we can actually someday be the first in Africa and even in the world in general. But I still believe that there is room for improvement. We can work more on the things we have achieved and achieve some greater feats. I believe that the sky is just the starting point for us.
Thank you very much, Abosede. Okay, so we have it. Abosede Omori, final year student of Mass Communication Department, believes that Unilag has so far come a long way at 50, but there is room for improvement. Thank you very much. I'm Mary Scott from Unilag TV Online.
My name is Sheyo Dumosu from Unilag TV Online. What's your name?
My name is Shotomi Oreolua,
Oh, you're from which department?
Faculty of Law.
Okay, what level?
I'm in 500.
Yeah, you know, Unilag is 50, celebrating 50th anniversary. What's your experience like from those few years you've been in the school?
Wow, Unilag. Maolag, but thank God it's still Unilag. My experience so far has been tremendous. It's been fun, you know, and then of course I've been having fun, like reading, going to classes, and then of course partying too. You know, that's what Unilag is for. It's like a complete school. You've got books, you've got time to have fun and hang out with friends and all of that. I just think my experience so far has been tremendous. Yeah.
Okay, do you have anything, any aspect you need the school to improve on?
Well, hostels. You know, like it's like a major problem. Hostels, like the DSA has to talk to the VC or something for them to make new hostels, because you have like a lot of people having issues with accommodation and all of that. And of course, you know, if you're like staying in school, you have time to read and all of that. Then coming from home and you know the stress of traffic and all of that. You know, I just want Unilag to improve on their hostels and of course light. You know, electricity. It's quite important. That's all.
Thank you very much.
Good. Our Department of Mass Communication, has come a long way. It's probably the first Department of Mass Communication in any Nigerian university because our own was started by the UNESCO through a support grant. And obviously, that department continues to offer upfront support to Nigerian journalism and to Nigerian both print and electronic, for which we are proud of. We continue to look at the Department of Mass Communication as one of our star departments in this university, producing a Pulitzer Award winner in terms of Mr. Olojede makes us proud that that is a department of choice. And also recognizing that the entire Nigerian mass communication industry, either print or electronic, relies so much on outputs from our Department of Mass Communication. So that may be the rationale for your question of saying why shouldn't the university think of allowing that department to grow to become a school or a faculty and all that. I want to say yes, that is on the board, on the drawing board. We've started thinking about that, but there's what we call academic planning, and whatever we're doing in terms of our academic planning must be within the ambit of the entire spectrum of the university as well as within NUC guidelines. As I said, because we're a federal government institution, we operate under guidelines of the regulator of universities, the National Universities Commission. And we are gradually moving towards the direction of what we could possibly do to allow the department to evolve into a school or a faculty or whatever name we call it. But then, because we recognize that that will even make the department to be able to grow more, we can then have print journalism, electronic, whatever, broadcasting as one, and but then just creating a superstructure called the school is not what, it's like talking about, it's not the hood that makes the monk. It's the content that we are more concerned about, that we want to ensure that we have the right content, we want to ensure that we have the right people, by the time we evolve and say we are creating a school or we are creating a faculty, then we know we have the right component, we have the right content in terms of curriculum and in terms of the delivery that we expect from them. And then we have the right people. We have the complement of people to be able to have to run a school.
Well, let me thank you most sincerely for this your maiden broadcast, so you say. It's very auspicious that is coming up during the 50th anniversary of the university, which we have tagged the Golden Jubilee celebrations. I must tell you, the University of Lagos has come a very long way from the inception in 1962 up to the time which the University of Lagos Act was passed itself. So in terms of uniqueness, in terms of basic aspects of what education is, the university has actually imparted a lot. Like you know, the university is set up to promote research, impartition, and community services. To a very great extent, I think, in all these three areas, in the three legs in which the university stands, we have performed most brilliantly. And we have also our records to really show for this. The university is currently ranked in the world Bromatics as #1 in Nigeria and 16 in Africa. That is the best any Nigerian university has attained. But that's a recent thing. One might not really appreciate all this in terms of ranking and other things like that. But you see, we have practical facts to really show this. The University of Lagos is referred to as the most preferred university in Nigeria. This is in terms of our patronage. Okay? We're talking of students who are applying to Nigeria University. And of all tertiary institutions in Nigeria, the university has maintained the position of the most preferred in the last 1 decade, or even more than that. So really, when you look at it in terms of our contribution, in terms of how the Nigerian society and the world are really serious, you could see that the university has performed creditably. Again, when you look at it in terms of, because what you look at mainly is there's a human resources contribution. I must tell you, there's never been any time in this country that we have any government in power, be it military, be it civilian, and that is like that. The University of Lagos boasts at least to have some of those people occupying such positions, governors and ministers, at any point in time. There's a time in this country that in the industries, in the multinationals, we control about 75 to 80% of their chief executives, managing directors, and other person like that. In terms of performance of students, competitive performance and other things like that, there's no time we actually go for a competition. We have laurels to really show. In sports, we started on a very unserious note that people will say, Eco for show. But they now know that Eco is for gold. At the time, it came first, thrice or four times in Nigerian University Games. And there's never been any time that our position has moved beyond 50 since the inception of the Nigerian University Games.
My name is Stella Maris Obamano from Unilag TV Online. Please, may I know your name, your level, and your department?
All right, I'm an 100-level student, sociology, University of Lagos. Unilag at 50. They've actually achieved a lot of things at 50. It's really a good school. Like, everybody wants to come around, and they've really achieved a lot in 50 years. Like, seriously, they have.
Okay, she believes Unilag has achieved a lot in 50 years. My name is Stella Maris Obama, reporting for Unilag TV Online. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. As you have mentioned, the University of Lagos is 50 years old, and the Faculty of Arts was established 2 years after the university was established in 1964. So the faculty itself is 48 years old now. So we have been here for a while. We have been a very critical part of the university system. Yes, but you see, it's not the end of, this is the early part of 2013. I mean, since we are still in January. So we are actually 48 years old. At the next anniversary, we should be 49. So the Faculty of Arts is the Faculty of the Humanities. It is sometimes referred to as the heartbeat of the university because developments are about human beings. Even when there are advances in science and technology, they only become meaningful when they are of benefit to mankind. So we see ourselves as a very critical aspect of the university. And in the 50 years, we have had tremendous growth and achievements. And since the university itself now is #1 university in Nigeria and number 16 in Africa, we see ourselves as a very critical part of that achievement in the university system. Well, the name University of Lagos remains the University of Lagos. And as the Vice Chancellor, referred to during the press briefing for the convocation ceremonies, he did say that, in fact, the Federal Minister of Education, under authority of the presidency, had written a letter to the university stating that the name remains University of Lagos until such a time that the law is amended. That is assuming that the law is amended at all. See, the University of Lagos was established by an act of parliament. So it is not an arbitrary thing, and it was established as the University of Lagos to be located in the Lagos metropolis. And this was in 1962 by then government of Alhaji Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, who incidentally is being conferred with an honorary Doctor of Letters degree at the special convocation that we are holding this year. Well, as it is now, the mass communication is a department. Whatever they have under that department will be referred to as units. The same way that you have a department of creative arts with 3 units of theater arts, music, and visual arts. So the units are what they have currently in mass communication. But if and when mass comm believe that they have the capacity to transform from being a department to becoming a school, or if they say a faculty, then there are processes that have to be followed in terms of the viability of the different departments, because now the degrees will no longer be 1 degree. It will no longer be like a degree, a BSc in mass communication. It would have to be different degrees in the different areas that would make up a faculty or a school, as the case may be. But of course, this has to go through development committee, it has to go through APC, Academic Planning Committee. And finally, it must come to Senate of the University of Lagos, since it is the Senate that approves the award of degrees. And then, of course, also it must also now go to the University Council, since there will be issues of funding, to go with it. So I wish Mass Comm department the very best. They've been here for a long time, and they've had some very distinguished professors and lecturers that have gone through and have manned the department over the years.
By telling me who you are. My name is Lateef Odekunle, Abdul Lateef Alani Odekunle. I'm from Ogun State. I'm an accountant and a financial manager. I'm the bursar of the University of Lagos. University of Lagos has come a long way. 50 years is no joke. If you have a child of 50 years, all you can pray for that child is for God to continue to sustain him or her in whatever position that he or she has occupied, or he is. University of Lagos, as a 50-year-old institution, has lived up to expectation. And talking about achievements, if we begin to roll out the list from now, only God knows where we are going to end. But I can tell you that in terms of the core business of the university, which is teaching and research, the university has made its own mark. Currently, the university is adjudged to be the best in Nigeria, which is not controverted, and then 16 in Africa. As a matter of fact, some people are actually saying that the ranking has moved up. But in the opinion of the management of the university, we know where we are, and we believe what we want to believe. So we believe that we are 16. And then there is this intention and then a serious effort to ensure that, at no distant time from now, University of Lagos will attain the first position, which actually belongs to it in Africa. Now, in terms of human resources development or human resources supply to the nation, I must say that University of Lagos has made its impact. There is hardly any of the organizations you get to in Nigeria or industries that you get to in Nigeria that the top echelon of such places are not products of University of Lagos.